Hello and welcome to another online video. This one demonstrates how to make a herbal decoction. Hello, this is Carol. This morning I'm going to show you how to make a herbal decoction. So first let's have a look at what we need. Most important of course is the herb. And the herb I'm going to use is used to treat pain, headaches, or more serious pain, arthritic pain, any sort of pain you've got. White willow bark is the one to go to, and this is Salix alba. Its Latin name is Salix alba. Now, why a decoction rather than infusion? Just for excuse the fly, just for one dose, because when we're using bark or berries or root or tubers, then it's we use the decoction method, because the decoction method uses hotter water. It boils for 15 minutes, it cooks for 15 minutes in really hot water, and this extracts the herbal constituents. If we were to make an infusion out of a bark, then we wouldn't get what we need to do the job. So this is the herb, and that's white willow bark, and that's a dried herb. And as I said before, 1 teaspoon of dried herb. If you were using fresh herb, then you'd need 3 teaspoons. I've also got a pan here with a lid. Make sure it's not an aluminium pan, by the way. This lid doesn't fit this pan. I've not got a lid that fits this pan, but it does the job. So that's my pan we're going to use. Boiling water. We're going to put that on the cooker and actually keep it simmering, and I will boil the water before I start to do this. It just makes it quicker to bring it to the boil. And the water I'm using again is spring water. This is a Pyrex jug, just a glass jug, and I find this is easiest for straining the finished decoction. I strain it through 2 levels of 2 layers of muslin, and that gets rid of all the woody bark and leaves me with a decoction, which I then pour into my teacup, and we'll get to that later. Okay, so let's go away and make this. Hello there. So I'm going to turn the cooker on. Can never figure out which one of these it is. Put the pan on the cooker, and I'm going to pour in some boiling water to save me time. There you go, and that needs to come up to the boil. Now, it doesn't really matter how much water you put into here. Some will disappear, will evaporate with the cooking anyway, but it's not the amount of water that matters, it's the amount of herbs. And if you remember, this is dried herb and this is dried willow bark, so a good heaped teaspoon, and put it in. Now that needs to come up to the boil, and it is boiling. There are bubbles in the bottom, so I need to turn that down and put the lid on. That needs to simmer now for 15 minutes. So when that's simmered, we'll come back to that. Okay, so my decoction's been cooking, as I like to put it, for 15 minutes. And what I've got left is quite a brown, I don't know if you can see that, quite a brown watery substance. So the first thing I do is to pour it through my muslin, and this doesn't always work, sometimes it brings it up. I've not got any strings, so as you can see, I tend to use whatever I've got to hand. If I've not got what I need, then I'll use what I've got. And this is nut scene. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed it's going to work. Right, so pour the decoction, through the muslin. Yeah, that's actually left some residue down in the pan. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the string or not seen, as the case may be. Alright, and I'm going to gather this up. And I'll wash the muslin because I can use that again. And the herb, again, will go on the compost bin. So this is my decoction. So it's now ready to go into my teacup. There we go. Now take it from me, this is not a pleasant taste. I've yet to find any decoction that tastes pleasant. So I will sweeten it with a bit of honey. Okay. I quite like honey anyway. Really good for you. There we go. Give it a good stirring. And that is ready to drink. Now that is one herbal dosage of white willow bark decoction. So yeah, all it takes now is drinking. And cheers, and thank you for watching. That's not bad at all. Thank you.
There is a great deal more information to be found in the online course Herbal Decoctions that this video complements. And there are a diverse number of online courses to be found on the UK online website in general. Take a look at www.theukonline.net and get involved in its forums, its Oakenwood's information repository, its online courses and much, much more. So come on in and take a look.